Still, the situation continues with the Norwegian police and the puppets here in Dubai being horrifically tortured by directed energy weapons. Horrifically tortured, you know. From this to false treasure attacks to, all types of torture and humiliation, and suddenly out of nowhere all the bodybuilders and all of those motherfuckers just like come around me, trying to intimidate me. The Norwegian police, I don't know, like it's like, all targeted individuals, they just go through the same thing, which is they always bring people that's bigger than me or bigger than targeted individual to show him how small he is. They're always trying to convince every targeted individual that you are not tough, that you will break. And I don't know what breaking means in this type of situation, to be honest. Is breaking is like lash out? Is that breaking? Is breaking is like, you just commit suicide? Is that breaking? Is breaking is doing like what they want us to do? Is that breaking? I don't know. I really don't know. But I've been receiving so much messages of the fucking puppets of the Norwegian police, which is just better to go back to Norway, and solve it there, and instead of traveling to Iran. Because they will jail you if you just like, they will jail you on anything, the Iranians. That's what I receive like every single fucking time from the fucking gang stalkers, That's one part of it. And you have this, and you have like people who will just try to provoke and harass and, torture and torment. So I don't know if that's like, I don't know what's breaking point in this situation, but I'm not gonna do what the Norwegian police wants me to do, which is travel to Norway if that's what they're aiming for. That's not going to happen. And as well as, I'm not gonna be the tool that they're gonna torture my family members with, I'm not going to be that too. So yeah. So I don't know if they just like, I don't know what they're aiming for out of all of this torture, just cutting me off work, cutting me off this, cutting me off that. I don't know what's the aim for. Is it just going back to Norway and get committed to mental institution? Because that's not going to happen. Even if I ended up in the streets, that's not going to happen. Even if they tortured me 100 years from now, that's not going to happen. End of the story for me. But I don't know, they just keep torturing me. They think, oh, one day he will just like listen, or just one day he will just return to Norway. Well, why should I return to a country where I'm always on a threat? Why should I even stay in a country where I'm always threatened by the police or by fucking gang stalkers, or I'm fucking threatened with mental institution, or fucking threatened with all of this bullshit? Why should I? Why? Give me one fucking reason in the world. To what? To work? To make money? Well, I'm not gonna make any money. In 8 years, they just keep torturing me and cut me off work to not make money. What, now they just gonna let me work if I just return to Norway suddenly? Well, no. That's of course plus the mind games of the, I was trying to contact the Iranian embassy, and that was yesterday. Today is Friday, and I forgot that on Friday here is like, the weekly, holiday. I don't know what you call it. There's 2 days, like Saturday and Sunday in Europe. Here it's like Friday and Saturday, instead of Saturday and Friday, Saturday and Sunday. So what basically happens is that, Yesterday, I was planning to call the Iranian embassy to ask if I could get like into Iran in this situation with the COVID and bullshit. And all the mind games got played, everything like harassment, the torture, to just keep me busy basically because I was planning to take the flight on the 19th. 19th is like tomorrow. But I just cannot like book a flight without knowing, okay, what I will be allowed to enter Iran or not. So they played all the mind games like yesterday, so that I'll not be able to contact the Iranian embassy. And when I didn't contact them, I don't know, today, I thought it's still like, working day. But I forgot it was today is free, so the embassy is closed, so I cannot even call them. So the flight for tomorrow pass. So I have to wait until 24th. I don't know, 24th again for the next flight. So that I will be able to contact them and then, just to contact them and everything. Because literally, I just, out of this fucking torture, man, it's just so horrific torture, man. It's just so horrific. That's plus cutting me off work, cutting me off this, cutting me off that, Like even yesterday, man, I just applied for a job. I thought, well, okay, maybe I could just like try to work and, be tortured, but just, handle it a little bit and then, just make some money and flee again. But they know that if I do have money, it's a problem. Because if I do have money, I will be fleeing, or I will be having a lawyer, or I will be, doing all this fucking bullshit that they hate. So I applied for a job yesterday. Like the job it's written on Indeed. It's like the website for looking for jobs. It's written that it just posted. The job is just posted. 3 hours later, I'm calling the guy. He's just telling me, well, I don't need anybody. Yet still the announcement in there. Yet still it was there. So yeah, cutting me of work, cutting me of this, cutting me of that, cutting me of this, cutting me of that, That's, of course, part of the torture. I'm just telling you how severe it could get, They just don't want me to work, they don't want me to study, because I think it's all about my attention, If they lost my attention, if I'm like focusing on working or focusing on a study or focusing on something else, I don't know, maybe this disrupt the technology, So they have to actually cut me off work. They have to cut me off that. They have to cut me off this, And there is like, go pray, go to the church, go to pray, go to the church, And I mean, my experience with the church is not as good, When I first traveled in Sweden, that's 8 or 9 years ago, that was like the way from the beginning. When I entered the church, even the pastors in the church, they started to humiliate me, provoke me, humiliate me, and I didn't know why they do that. I really didn't know, like, why would you do that? Just, I'm like, a new person here. Just, just that was like 10 days in Norway. I spent like, 10 days in Norway, and I'm just like, traveling around just to see how Sweden was. And in Sweden, the pastor, they just humiliated and tortured me. Even I had my sister with me, So yeah, after the bad treatment that I received, I talked with my family. I told them, well, the church is just like, horrible, basically. And I didn't know that the Norwegian police they were just planning to isolate me, and they know that this is a community for me, So they wanted to isolate me. So they made the pastor treat me that shitty way, And even my family members got, some bad treatment in the churches. Even in Egypt, even in Norway, even here and there, they just don't respect any, like, they don't have the limits. Church is a holy place. Yeah, I'm the worst person. You know, let's say that. Let's say it like that. I am the worst human being ever. You know, but when I enter the church, I, as possible as I could, I always try to just, think straight. Like, this is a holy place. You know, even though I'm not that Christian, I'm just not religious guy. You know, but when I enter the church, I'm like, trying to maintain that, okay, well, this is a church. This is not the streets. In the streets, I'm dealing like different person, but in the church, I'm, respect to the church and respect to my religion. They don't do that, They just think it's another opportunity to just torture and harass. That's how isolation works. So that was my what you call it? That was my experience with the churches in Sweden, and Sweden, Egypt, Serbia, I think, Macedonia. When I entered the church, they just like, there was stalking, but there wasn't bad treatment though. In Serbia, I think. I can't remember, Serbia or Macedonia, somewhere there. And even yesterday, when I called the girl who works in the church, asking for help to find a job, at the beginning, always this mind fucking games, always the mind games. She just like, no, we cannot help you, just giving me the hopelessness thinking, And then at the end of it, we might know some guy that might help you. And I was like, okay, well, that's same shit mind fucking games. That's like literally that same mind fucking games. So yeah. Hold just a second here. Just give me a second here. So that's the same mind fucking games that they are playing 24/7. Church, people, nightclubs, I even cannot go there because that's social place. It feels more like, imagine you have somebody who just know way too much. Way too fucking much. And you just want to keep the information that this person knows to keep it inside, not outside. What would you do? You just slander the person as fuck. So that either nobody will believe him and he will not have any support. And God only knows, maybe they say I'm a terrorist. Maybe they say I'm criminal. Maybe they say, I heard a lot of shit about me that I didn't even know that I could have done all of that, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's just like so horrific shit that you just sit there and think, wait a fucking second, did I do all of that? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's how fuck up it is. And I don't know, maybe in the church they might say, well, this guy's a terrorist. Or this guy is going to be a terrorist. Or, shit like that. So that in the church they will hate me already. Or they might think, oh, we doing good. We doing God work. On the street they might be saying, oh, he's a criminal. Here and there, I got worst treatment ever. But again, honestly speaking though, I shouldn't have ever come to Dubai. I should have never ever come to Dubai. I should have never ever come to Dubai. Never ever never. from harassment to torture to just I don't know why did I fucking even came here. Maybe I should have read too much about okay how is it to travel to Iran? Is it open the border? Is it closed? But with this too much harassment, torture, even at home, it's just so hard to focus. You know, it's just so hard. So yeah, really really bad torture. Really really horrific isolation. Really really like really bad shit. And there is something in Iran that they don't want me to go there. There is something good for me, at the very least. Either they just cannot gangstalk me there. It just seems like the Iranians don't allow, foreign forces into Iran, you know? Unless, I don't think they will allow them to enter. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't think so. Because even contacting the Iranian embassy, they just play all the fucking games to just like to stop that. You know? So if it's something that they really don't want me to do, well then there is something for me there. There is something. You know? There is something. Either there or Belarus. I don't know why these two countries, but there might be something. There might be something. But then you never know. You never know that shit, unless you try. So, yeah. So as long as I'm already being tortured and horrified in here in this country or island or fucking ever, as long as it's already fuck up for me, then what the fuck do I have to lose anyways, I'm already being tortured, I'm already being humiliated, I'm already like, they just like, it looks like they pushing me to just suicide or just some bad shit, just really, really bad shit. So why the fuck should I stay? No fucking reason. And if I travel to Norway or Egypt, they will just torture family members for me, just to torture my family members by me. They use me to torture my family members, which forces me to stay away from my family members. Even when I contact my family members on the phone, they just torture them. They just torture them. The fucking sick motherfuckers. So it's actually like, I don't know. If they jail me, well, it will be like more like one-time thing for my family. If they killed me, well, it will be like one-time thing again for my family, But if I'm like alive and there, they will just like keep torturing them by me. So it's like ongoing thing, which is, I don't know. So let's hope I will be in Iran. That's like the hope in here, Iran or just fucking Belarus or Russia even. To try to fucking survive without my family members getting tortured. So we will see. It's only 4 days left again. But it looks like this is the only way out for me. I don't know. They just torture my family members by me to just like make me feel more guilty, maybe, or to just depersonalize me or dehumanize me. You know. I don't know. I don't know. But it's really horrific when you just, when you have your family members being tortured and you know about it. Really, really fucking bad. Really, really. Or they just, I don't know if they just like, just trying to take revenge of what I'm saying on the internet, or because of, I did report them to the fucking human rights, because, I did some shit to them too. I'm not saying I'm like, um, I'm like, an angel here, but, I did the legal shit to just, like, to just like notify somebody that, hey, listen up, there is a fucking torture's going on, you know. And they did just say some shit. It's just horrible shit, and they did just fucking say it, because if they just thought that, oh well, we will just like chew and spit, well, that's not going to happen, you know. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. So if they just like trying to, by just amplifying the feeling of guilt and shame and humiliation and torture, to just like to just show me that, oh well, you are the one who's guilty. So it's like more like, guilt tripping. You are the one who's guilty. You are the one who's bad. You are the one who does this to your family members. It just happens 24/7 and every day, every single day. So I don't know if it's just revenge or by just like, exploiting guilt feelings. They will be more like, oh, that's how he will be staying silent, or just, I don't know how they fucking think, but it's like most of this fucking bullshit, which is depersonalization, humiliation, torture, all of that fucking bullshit. Like, what are you gonna achieve? You know? Because I just can't see the fucking point. I just cannot see it. They will just claim, oh, we just want to just make him a good person. But at the end of the day, I'm telling you, those motherfuckers, they only care about one thing. Their fucking system, They just doing the job for the fucking system. Their fucking system, I'm talking about the Norwegian police. I don't give a fuck about the puppets here in Dubai, or in Egypt, or I don't give a fucking shit, you know? And when I'm saying a system, I'm talking about the Norwegian police system. I'm not talking about the here in Dubai, or in fucking India, or fucking shit. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fucking Norwegian police. They only care about their fucking system and their secrets and their secret fucking technology. Hoo-ha, That's what they are just trying to protect by all means. Even their fucking reputation. I'm telling you, those motherfuckers' reputation is just more worthy than our lives, It's more worthy. Our lives doesn't mean fucking shit to them, but their secrets and their technology and their reputation is just way too important to just, so that one guy, immigrant in Norway, will be threatened that. That's way too much for them. They cannot have that. They cannot have that. That's the punks of the Norwegian police. So we will see what will happen in the future. We will see how this will end. And we will see if I will end up in Iran. Because if I didn't, well, I'm fine. I'm really fine. From the money to torture to humiliation to, if there is like really no way out, then what the fuck I'm doing. So we will see. But honestly speaking, there might be an opportunity in Iran. There might be. Or even in Russia. There might be. So we will see. We will see what will happen. We will see. Anyways, sorry if I made it too long, but better to get it out, yeah.